Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Good morning, St. Kitts and Nevis. Good morning, Leeward Islands. Good morning, OECS. Hey, good morning to the Caribbean. Hey, while we're at it, we might as well say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you, wherever you are in this beautiful world, this wonderful universe. We say good morning to each and every one of you, and of course, good afternoon according to which part of the world you are. And welcome to another edition of Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. I am Troy Biff Mills, your host. I'm doing it alone. Cartencia won't be in with us today, so I'm in the hot seat. And of course, I have you to keep my company. And I'm hoping that we'll have a very enjoyable, very entertaining, and very educational Island Tea this morning. Today is the 2nd of June 2026. Wow, June, we're already into the end of the first half of the year. In another 30 days time, we'll be starting the second half of the year, going down towards the end, the Christmas and Carnival. And we know we have music festival coming up later this month. And the next month, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have the Mango Festival over there in Orly, Queen City, Nevis. And that's June, that's July. Then we have Culturama coming up, and then Independence in Culturama in August, Independence in September. And hey, what do you know? October, we start looking forward for Christmas and Carnival. Oh boy. I remember once ago when January used to be a very slow and very long month. And all of a sudden, I think this year January was the shortest January, to me. I woke up one morning on the 1st, and I told a few persons, boy, the year almost finished. They watched me and started to laugh. And by the time we turned around 2 mornings, it was already the 30th of January. And I don't know. I believe why time is flying so fast. Once ago there were some activities, but I don't think we looked forward to them enough. We paid so much attention. And if we break down the year by months and activities, we have January, well, you're recovering from spending all your money, so to speak, from December. But I think persons have gotten the knack of it. All the VAT and the Christmas spending, I think they've held back a little something to see them through to the end of the month. And perhaps government paying civil servants fortnightly, that may have helped. I walked into establishments where payments were fortnightly. I worked at the Marriott, and they pay every 2 weeks, and then the government introduced this every 2 weeks. And I personally believe paying every 2 weeks is better. Whether we like it or not, I know some persons may manage their funding and financing and budgeting better at a month, but a month is really a long time. You get paid now. Some people leave the money and they go in the bank and they take off every week or whatever. But I think getting paid every 2 weeks is just nice. Just when you're running out of money, the next salary, the wage or whatever it is, comes in. But apart from January, then in February, we always had Valentine's Day, but I don't think we perhaps, or let me put it this way, over the last few years, I think we have been paying more attention to Valentine's anticipation. So it comes quick and it goes quick. And then we have the Easter. Whether we are looking at the Easter holidays just for touring, or, well, there used to be a festival in Sandy Point, but there wasn't any this year. There was some activities last year. But then after the Easter, we look forward to April. Sometimes Easter is in May, sometimes it's in April. But after that, in the year, we look forward to May, the May Day weekend, the Labour's weekend. And then we have the Whit weekend, a public holiday, which went in May this year. And after Whit, we have look forward to Music Festival, and then Mango Festival, and then Mango Festival in July, Culturama in August, Independence in September, and then in October. Oh, forgive me, I forgot Father's Day. Is it me, or somehow I didn't get the impression that this year's Mother's Day there was that hype, there was that activities, that energy in Mother's Day? Maybe it's just me. And Father's Day, well, Father's Day, the energies are not as much as Mother's Day. So if Mother's Day to me was that, I could imagine Father's Day. And so we're going to see how it works. Father's Day is what, the 20 something this year, the third Sunday, I think it is, in June. So it isn't too early to wish Happy Father's Day. I don't know. But then again, that's the end of the year. But let's get back to the show. The doc is not in today. She's taking a little break. And I think yesterday, Cartensi and I spoke about it and we threw it out. And perhaps we could do that down at 8:30. We allow you to call in and say, what is your top Elimat tune? Why do you think so? And what impact it had when you first heard it? We'll probably do that for 15 minutes, maybe half an hour. It depends on how it goes. Because his funeral, the late King Elimat, he is going to be laid to rest on Thursday, the 11th of June. The service is going to be at the Newtown Community Center, where the open tributes start at 12, and the main service starts at 1 p.m. And I think that's fitting for it to be held there for two reasons. One, I think a big, massive, humongous, gigantic crowd is expected, because everybody would want to pay their condolences to the King Elimat, the late King Elimat, and to him being a born and bred Newtown under the breadfruit tree man. The Newtown Community Center, I believe, is someplace good to have it, and I'm hoping everyone shows up. And I'm expecting persons from throughout the Caribbean, maybe further afield, the USA, Canada, Europe, to attend, because he would have bridged a lot of gaps between St. Kitts and Nevis and these countries, touring all over the place, Japan, Belgium, I think he went Germany, and all these places. Persons from the VI, Anguilla, St. Martin, I expect them to come in, both British and Virgin Islands. So I think it's going to be a really massive. I expect people from the Calypsonian, soca artists, and perhaps even persons from the creative economy or cultural department, whatever it is it's called in the country. And of course, I'm encouraging everyone to go out. So from about 8:30, we're going to open the lines, of which we always open at Island Tea, but we're going to have you call in and say, hey, what was your Elima tune and why and what impact it had when you first heard that. And I must admit, this is not my idea. I was speaking to a gentleman and he suggested it, and I thought, hey, that's a wonderful idea, and I'm going to run with it. And forgive me, I have a weakness of giving credit to, I don't take credit for what is mine. I give credit to what is who mentioned it. I'm not mentioning the name because I don't believe the gentleman would want me to mention the name. Oh boy, I let half the cat out the bag. I said a gentleman. But anyway, I don't think he'll mind my saying it. So we have that. And there's a tourist ship in today. Azures of the Seas, I think it is. Azures or Allures of the Sea. I'm not certain. It's pretty sizable. So our taxi fraternity, they'll have the opportunity to make some revenue. And I hope they have a successful day. And they make some good funds from the opportunities. I don't know if it's English, Dutch, wherever they're coming from. But we'll wait and see. And what else we have on the local scene? New Horizons. Oh, and I should say at this stage, what we're going to do is try to limit the calls between 2 and 3 minutes. If no calls are in and you're on, yeah, we'll entertain, perhaps giving you a few other seconds. But from the time another call comes in and you're on the line, we're going to ask you to wrap up once it's after 2-3 minutes. We're going to flex there because we want to entertain the calls for as many persons as possible. And hey, the lines are flashing. Let me go and say good morning. Oh, we lost that one. Let us go this one. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Island Tea on WinFM 98.9. You're opening the batting.
Yes, Biff. Good morning, man. How you doing, man?
Good morning, Burl. I'm blessed, highly favored, and giving thanks. What about you, sir?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Thank God for another day. Like I tell you, man, as a cricketer, as a youngster in cricket, and as a captain, I was always coming in at number 2.
Okay, 1 and 2, same thing.
Sorry. I was always coming down at 2 down.
Oh, 2 down,
2
okay.
Down, meaning,
number 4.
Yeah, 2 down meaning number 4.
Okay.
Two down meaning number 4. But I believe as I grew, I would have elevated up to open bat. And I would have been the open bat probably with Strutt Williams.
And sometimes even batting at number 4, you're facing the third ball of the innings. Maybe the first 2 balls yield wickets.
Yeah, because being that he had the natural talent and he had the edge on me, he would have probably been the captain, and I would have probably been the vice captain in the Nevis squad.
Could I tell you something, Burl? The late Andrew Weeks, the only cricket test umpire from the Leeward Islands, he was from Sandy Point. He told me a story way back when the Leeward Islands on the 19, where the West Indies, I think it was the Leeward Islands on the 19 tournament was being held in Montserrat, I think it was. Elcomida Willett, he went to the park holding Stuart's hand. Stuart was a little boy at that time. And he told me the fans, because Elko would have made fans all over and friends. So they were asking him, wow, you bring your son to watch the game. Because he was so petite, persons thought he was Elko's son, not knowing that he was one of Nevis's cricketers. So I think even at that stage he went on, and when he went down to bat, it was a different kettle of fish, because even at that young age he had that talent. And and I saw him recently. I saw him on the weekend because there were 2 matches. St. Kitts on the 19 played Nevis on the 19. One in St. Kitts on Saturday, one in Nevis on Sunday. And the Stuart was the coach of the Nevis on the 19 team. They defeated St. Kitts in St. Kitts. St. Kitts made, Nevis batted first and made 159. And on paper, 159 in 50 overs. That is easy pickings. But St. Kitts only made 80. They bowled out St. Kitts for 18, 20-something overs. And when they went to Nevis on Saturday, Nevis won the toss and batted first. They made 200 and... St. Kitts batted first. They made 249 in their 50 overs, which is a decentish score. but Nevis made 251 for 5 and won the game. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
so you saw Strutt Williams on the weekend?
Yes, I spoke to him a little bit. I shook his hand and thing. And Stuart is looking as young and fresh as ever. Boy, I look like he ain't aging.
You should have asked him about me, man. Trust me.
Next time I will.
And did you get his number at all?
I didn't, but I don't think it'll be a problem for me to get it. I think I can get it.
Yeah, if you ever get it, man, anytime, man, you can pass it on to me, man, so I can heal him up.
Okay,
And
I'll do that.
while I'm at it, Viv, let me just set it straightforward. I just want to acknowledge Strutt Williams as a peer, and I just want to say to him, man, good luck going forward in his endeavors. And I was very well impressed after I migrated out of Nevis, that when I came out here and I heard that he made West Indies team. I knew that was going to happen, and I just want to say congratulations to him for that, because I never really officially get to say congrats to him, because, and I really would like that opportunity as a peer. He was my peer when I was a little boy growing up, and I definitely want to acknowledge him here in the public sphere. And let me go straight at it before somebody is calling. Yes, I'm on a quest to get 3 persons recognized in the Federation of Thinkers of Nevis to get the nod for National Hero. It's a really opportune time for the authorities, maybe, to acknowledge Ellie Man, and they should attach El Comido Willard and a female, and acknowledge these 3 people one time, one shot, and give the Federation something to cheer for.
What about Kim Collins?
Man, it's so much... Excuse me?
What are your thoughts on Kim Collins?
I mean, I don't really want to even get into that discussion, because I'm going to come, with a debate. Everybody got their own opinions and their views. Like I said, I'm not going to put him in this 3. Elimat, El Comido Willard, and a female to break the gender divide. Somebody can bring up Kim Collins afterwards, but initially right now, I'm looking for those 3.
Okay.
I'm going to say it lastly. Elimat, El Comido Willard got to get this nod before this man go out of this world. And a female to break the gender divide. Man, politics is not the only part of society. There's so much different areas, man, and so much people make contributions. They got to be recognized. And me, being a cricketer, we must establish a cricket hall of fame. Yo, babe, that is a must. Man, why are we encouraging Michael Louis and those guys, and they're not going to be recognized? Man, look at the United States, bro, the NBA and the sports. They have those things set up. And Spurs in 6, man. For those on the islands that's interested in basketball and be watching the games, this is my prediction, Spurs in 6. And the guy Wemby, he got to get this ring so he can start accumulating those rings, because that's one of the ways they're going to look at him, the amount of rings he attained in terms of his legacy. And I wish him the best going forward, but, those in the New York tri-state area, I know they're going to come in with the Knicks later when they hear me, when they hear me talking about this. But, again, Spurs in 6.
Before you run, Ball, before you run, you messaged me yesterday, current went, and then it came back, and then it went again minutes to 10, so when it came back, we weren't able to get any calls. There was a problem with the system, and I do apologize for that. For those persons who were tuned in yesterday and trying to call in, current went twice. It went the first time, and it came back about 2, 3, 4 minutes after. However, when it came back, somehow the telephone systems were down. It wasn't any fault on behalf of winnfm 98.9. So you couldn't get into us. And I know you communicated that you've tried. So it's good that you were able to get in this morning. But before you go, I mentioned earlier that what we're going to do this morning, we're not having weekly dose with Dr. Osborne. So those persons who are listening, we do apologize for that. So instead, what we're going to do, starting now, so we're the 8:32, we allow persons to call in and say, hey, which is the Elimat tune, a favorite Elimat tune, why, and what impact that tune had on them the first time they heard it, if they remember where and when and how and things like that. So you want to have a first bite at the cherry, Bull?
Yeah, well, let me go straight to it and then go this way and say this. The tune I love St. Kitts, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a national anthem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, man. When I was a little boy, once I heard that Christina disaster story, I never was scared to jump on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to my mother and my father, especially my mother. She used to take us to the beach every Sunday, and we learned how to swim at the bottom of Cotton Young Beach there. And I came to St. Kitts every carnival as a little boy. I stayed on John Street, right up. You know where John Street is, up in that Newtown area.
Yes, Newtown.
And so I had a lot of friends up in that area. So yes, of course, I was exposed to the Element tunes at a young age, and I would say I love St. Kitts because it's the national anthem and the impact. And I'm gonna just put in a testimony. Yo, Biff, man, I used to love that what they call that thing again, the black pudding.
Mm-hmm. I love about black pudding.
Yeah, but I used to eat. I used to love that black pudding as a youth. I used to eat so much of that, right? When they used to have the boot stamp in the square,
mm-hmm.
where that green monument is at the bottom of 4th Street.
Mm-hmm. The clock.
The street coming off the side was going that way towards the Independence Square.
Bank Street.
Yeah, the boot stamp was in the circle there, man. One night I hung out there as a little boy. I ate so much black pudding, bro. Bro, I started vomiting, bro. Man, I will never forget that day, that night. It was at night time. I will never forget that night, man. I ate so much black pudding, man. I started vomiting, bro. Bro, I probably was in elementary school.
Okay.
And like you said, man, Element had a great impact on the society. And yeah, it's a shame that this man gone to the great beyond without getting his accolades. And even when you said yesterday, that's why I came in early this morning, because I wanted to continue the conversation, and I'm happy you did. And I want to say thank you also, because I made a recommendation when the doctor don't come in, you can use that time and we can input. And I saw you did that last week, and you're doing it again this morning, so I wanted to thank you for that.
Okay, awesome.
And Ellie Matt, like you said yesterday, persons are going to come in, and even when this man is laying in his coffin, can't move, he's making an impact on the society and on the economy. Because persons that travel into St. Kitts, they're going to spend when the couple of one or 2 days or a couple of hours that they might be there. So he's making a contribution even when he's laying in his coffin. Some monies they're going to spend in the economy.
Exactly.
Whether it's a minute amount, it's going to be something. And the authorities, my people, if they don't recognize this man, that's a shame. Because you hear what the man song say, I love St. Kitts. So it's time for St. Kitts to love this man back, bro. And we can just look up there to Antigua. Antigua have recognized Vivi Richards and Andy Roberts, and they have recognized the great Burning Flames band members. And we should do the same in St. Kitts and Nevis. There's no way Antigua can be just right there, arm's length, and they recognize their cricketers and they recognize their musicians, and we don't do the same in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Pointing.
That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous, Bill. And lastly, before the phone starts going off the hook, today made 7 days, the Premier put out the ultimatum to the Prime Minister about that Destiny project. And I'm going to call on the Prime Minister, man. Stop delaying this stuff. Man, put the rubber stamp on them documents that Mark sent over to him and put rejected on that shit. Excuse my language.
Yes, please.
I want to say excuse me for that.
So you're not in favor. You are not in favor of the special zone.
Destiny.
You're not in favor.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm telling it loud and clear.
Could you remind us why? Why you're not in favor of it? Could you remind us?
Because of the massive land grab. Because of the massive land grab, and the lands is going to be taken away from the local landowners, and we will never get it back. Never going to get it back.
But when you say taking away ball, aren't the local landowners selling it?
Okay. Yeah, well, that's just a descriptive word I use. Yeah, but they're the ones that they can boycott. They can boycott. Because I'm understanding that the sale might not be final because they haven't really get paid totally for their lands there. They only got like a down payment. That's what I'm understanding. Then the transparency is not there. So there's a lot of speculation. It's not good for us as the public to be speculating. Then the premier, he don't want to bring the transparency. He just expects to force that down the people's throats, and they should just take it hook, line, and sinker. But my thing is, at the initial start, the government didn't own no lands over in that district. So why would he have entertained that? That means he would have to go wring those landowners' hands in any way, form, or fashion to get those lands away from them. And the people are saying that they were deceived. Persons are saying they was being asked to sell their land, but they didn't get a clear understanding of what they want the lands for. But I'm saying to those landowners, now that the cat is out the bag, they should move in a way to boycott it.
Okay.
To boycott it. Find a legal way to get out of it. There must be some type of out clause legally where they can get out of those arrangements. If they themselves think that they would do.
Okay, wrap up for us, please, Paul.
Can't stop with them in terms of boycotting.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just say to the Prime Minister, he needs to act as the Prime Minister of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and don't let the Premier dictate that. Because at the end of the day, it can become a referendum against both of them in the next election comes up. And if the people vote in that regard, they can finish and they can kill.
Okay, Rob. Okay, Paul. Thank you very much. We have to leave it there,
They can kill the Premier and the Prime Minister's career, and I'll leave it there.
Okay, thank you very much. We're gonna go on.
You're welcome.
We're gonna go and pay homage to our sponsor, and we will be right back in a second or two. Stick and stay. Don't go away. We will be right. Well, we have a caller. We might as well take this call. Let's go to the line and say, good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. Welcome.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
I am blessed, highly favored, and giving thanks. What about you?
I'm fine. Excellent. Thank God to make it possible for all of us today. Yeah. Your topic is Elimat today?
Well, that's one of the topics. There were a few others I wanted to touch. It's some that we started with that, but...
My favorite song for Elimat, what he sings, The Poor Can't Take No More.
Okay.
And with this destiny, right, I was listening to a talk show last night and I hear the host playing a clip. Premier Mark Branch saying, look, it's time for Nevis to invest, and Nevis ain't going on the back burner. But this destiny ain't going to profit the people in Nevis nothing. Maybe they're going to get a little job, but they ain't going to get the job forever. You understand?
Okay.
When this destiny ain't going to stay gated all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When the destiny break out and they're ready to come out, they're going to take over the whole of Nevis. Nevis is a small place. You know? You ever hear about Frenchie yet?
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Frenchie they used to run the Covine?
Yes, you pull them up and they just keep going.
Oh. When they get where they're going to break out of Frenchie, you can't even find where you do be. Because it's just a matter of time.
Okay,
ma'am.
No, continue, I'm listening.
Man, this ain't going to benefit the people them in Nevis. Nothing. And he need to hold it down. And I used to hear my grandmother say, those who have little shall have less, and in that shall be taken away. Mm-hmm. You're encouraging the people them to sell their land. For brother, watch ya. It got to be something in it. Because he ain't pushing to get the hospital, fix the people them complaining about road and hospital. He ain't pushing for that, but you're pushing for a destiny, to sell out 3 maybe a half or whatever I need it to this.
30 seconds more, please, caller.
Okay, I'm going. We're not fair for the people them on Nevis, and I'm asking Premier Mark Brantley, leave the people them land alone, because you ain't going to be around forever and ever. They have to live with it. The generation to come. So let the people them land alone, Mark Brantley, please.
Before you go lady, you say Poor Can't Take No More by Elimat is your favorite song. Why?
Why? Because that song what he sing is a true song, and he's sending a clear message. If you fight, they shoot you down. Look what the price down today. $1 for this and $1 for that.
You remember where you were when you first heard the song?
I born in St. Kitts and I'm from Newtown, so I know all Elimat songs.
Yeah, but when was the first time you heard? How did it make you feel the first time you heard the song? Wherever you were. I was in St. Kitts, but the first time I hear the song, the way how it make me feel, he sent a serious message to some of them politicians.
And it's exactly what he's saying is what happening today.
Okay, and this song was way
Okay.
back in the 80s. Thanks a lot for calling. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Okay,
Bye.
ma'am. And thank you for the callers. And for those of you who are just joining us, what we're doing between now and about 9, we're taking your views. What you think, what is your most popular King Elimat song, why, and what impact it had. But let's go and big up our sponsors.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Special.
Running May 28th to June 10th.
IGA or Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, just $2.99. Juicy Juice, $13.99. Langus Cranberry Juice Cocktails, $11.99. Lay Stack Chips, $8.99. Country Crock Margarine, $11.99. And Culinary Circle Pizza, just $24.99. And now,
Our value deals. Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $9.99. Nabisco Chips Ahoy Cookies, $17.99. Almond Almond Deodorant, $8.99. The Colgate Toothpaste, $6.99. Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. Essential Everyday Peanuts, $8.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
The new Vita Malt bottle is here, and it's returnable. So don't throw it away, bring it back for cash. Return your empties to your local Carib Brewery Depot and distribution trucks in St. Kitts and Nevis. Vita Malt. Enjoy it. Return it. Let's keep St. Kitts and Nevis clean.
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Campari, Red Passion, embrace the mix.
Campari Red Passion, full action, this is Red Passion. Embrace the mix, add Campari, make it turn and twist. Add your chaser in your drink. Campari Red Passion, make the nicest mix. Campari!
Campari Red Passion, embrace the mix. Must be 18 years or older to drink, drink responsibly.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on Win FM 98.9. I am Troy Biff Mills holding it down today. Cartencio will not be in, and we are not having the weekly dose. The doc is taking a little break. And we have a call online. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Island Tea Live.
Good morning, Brother Biff. Good morning to all the listeners.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm humble and peaceful. I am about to say I acknowledge what my colleague, Mr. Jones, commented about the Destiny and Elimat, and what my wonderful cousin Dumpling Manners continue to reiterate. If I may add to what my colleague said, yes, it is true. The Prime Minister is sitting on the final decision that everyone is awaiting for. Are you going to do it or you are not? And if you are not, do it now and be transparent. I am against also that Destiny, too much land, and that will never get back into our hands based on the anticipation of Destiny. Our forefathers fought too much to put those lands in our hands, and we are still on them. Why are we going to let that go? Land is valuable, and it goes up in value each and every day. What will be left for our children moving forward? Okay? Nevis is too small to give up the little piece that we have. Okay? And we always have to secure ourselves, else we are going to slip. And when we slip, there is nothing to drop on for security. I mean, the Premier of Nevis, he did not take any responsibility in what activity has been transferred. He put his wife under the box. And the Premier and his wife are one-on-one. Okay? And it is a conflict of interest, especially for that chunk of land. I'm not against the career she has. She's a real estate agent or broker or whatever it is. But come on, have some conscience. She's not even from Nevis. She's from another country trying to sell out our land or being the liaison or the
Caller, I have a little issue with that statement. She is not from Nevis. Wherever she's from, she's married to a Kittitian, and she would have gained Kittitian rights. So I don't think that is a fair and accurate statement.
Let me correct myself by birth, but I accept her residency, her citizenship. I stand for correction.
Okay, no problem.
So I will accept that correction. But moving forward, okay, Lord, come on, man. You hear the cry, stop it, okay? And remember, if the deal does not go through at the fault of us, we will be subject to X and X of millions of dollars. Come on, that is a total conniving move. The Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis will be sustaining. Okay? So I will say, let the Prime Minister, as he stated earlier, he has one shot for the sheriff. This is the time to fire that sheriff. But no life shall be lost. Use that pen and use that tongue. That is the powerfulest weapon. And I will leave it right there. Good morning to all.
Thank you.
Have a blessed and wonderful day.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that. Okay, you're listening to Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9, and 466-0989 is the number to call locally. We ask you to call in and share your views. Let us know what you're thinking. We spoke about Elimat and the funeral, and for those of you who missed it, it is next week, Thursday. It's going to be at the Newtown playing field. And we go to the line and we say good morning to this caller. How are you, sir? Oh, sorry, forgive me. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Good morning. Asking us to give our best element song.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty much like asking Sparrow to give his. It's virtually impossible. You got to give us more leeway than that, and probably set the top three.
Okay.
But anyway,
I thought about that, caller, but I sometimes we need to put on that sort of pressure to make that one choice. You have one call. What are you going to do?
Okay.
Okay, but give us your top.
Give
us your top three.
It could have been divided between those serious topical songs and road maps. But
it's anything. So what is your top three then?
Okay. Certainly, The Poor Can Take No More.
Okay.
Because that has, universal appeal, international
Correct.
appeal.
Mm-hmm. Anywhere you go, any country could relate to it.
Yeah. That and Coming Home, it's Joke We're Making. Even now, that was sung close to independence, remember?
Yep, in the 80s.
Even now, it is still relevant, especially that part where he says St. Kitts and Nevis should live nice.
And not like cat and
mice. Yeah. So that I would include as well. Okay, so I'll just give you my top two.
Oh, your top
two. The serious topical.
Okay. I understand. And that's okay.
Yeah. All right then.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir, for calling. But sometimes, hey, we're faced with those choices. We have to select one thing out of many, and whatever criteria we use, it's always going to be a challenging thing. But if you want, I said one. If you want to give two or three, that's okay because Elimat wrote more than 100 songs. The 10-time Calypso Monarch, the most in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival, and he had something like 7 road march titles. And I remember an interview with him. He said he wasn't really interested in singing Calypso. He wanted to just win the road march, but they told him he had to sing Calypso in order to win the road march to stand a chance. And that is why he got into it. And well, the rest is history, as they say. And a self-taught musician, and WinFM, we had about 4 different shows paying tribute to him. And Elimat will have music, all kind of music. You start in my show, if you turn on your radio in the morning and you play Elimat tune, it'll take you way down, maybe into the next couple of days and things like that. So we still have the Elimat on the table, and the government recommissions New Horizon Rehabilitation Center. Don't know if you heard about that one. That is over in the Harrises. Way back when it was called the Harris Home for Boys. I think it has developed. It has advanced. It's no longer for boys. It's for girls. And I know sometime way back it was used as a I don't want to use the word correction facility, but for want of a better expression, for troubled teenagers, let me put it that way. As we say good morning to this caller, welcome to Island to You Live.
Good morning, sir. Peace to our nation. Peace to you. My name is Lincoln David Tell. How are you doing today, sir?
I am blessed, highly favored, and giving thanks. What about you?
I'm happy to hear that. I'm giving God thanks for life and strength and wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Wonderful.
My call this morning is just to make my contribution. Our people who we think and we know would have done well for our country should be recognized. So whatever recognition they should give to Elimat, I think he deserves it. He should be won. However, I believe it's about time. There should be no more ifs and buts. We have a Kim Collins Stadium, but we should have a Sir Kim Collins. I am using this medium right now to use my voice to call on the royal household here in St. Kitts and Nevis to consider, because that is where he has to get the serve from, which is the office of our Gigi. So I'm calling for persons who help us get that done. There are other sports personality throughout the Caribbean who have Sir to their name, and they would have done similar things. So I'm just calling for him and any other sport person who would have done such great things. If they haven't done enough to reach up to Sir, our dame, which is the dame is the female side for Sir, is to get them up to that status or to some other status. Let us recognize our people. But my friend and the nation of SKN and the our diaspora, I want to say something as well. I am calling on our young persons, our young men. I think too often our young men get a bad name, and you know what? It is not the majority of them, but a few. And then all young men, and I've mentioned my fathers, even men, get a bad name for a few. So I'm just saying, I'm encouraging our young men, our young women as well, but our young men, stay on the path of doing right. Right now, our police force is on a drive to get a few good men to serve. Without
and women,
people,
sorry, caller.
Young men and women to serve.
Just to be certain.
But I'm emphasizing young men because
the challenges.
Organizations like the police force and the military, the men side of it is very important for different reasons. As some persons of nature, but as naturally as it is, as how we are made up, we're made up differently. And our bodies are affected differently, and our strengths and weaknesses are different. So therefore, and right now, we are in a predicament where persons might say our young men are unemployed, underemployed, or unemployable, and things like that. And I know our young men can do well and capable of making our nation proud and protecting our people.
How can we know unless we give them that opportunity? However, to get in the police force, you should have your records free of all crime, and therefore I'm calling on our young people. Try not to get a criminal record. Stay on the path of right. If you don't believe me, you could ask another person. One area that keeps you on the path of right is going to the church of God. I don't care which church you go to. Because it teaches you how to be right, it teaches you how to be a good person, and most importantly, it teaches all of us how to be good parents when we get children. And we become husbands and wives. It teaches us how to be that. And if you are in that area, it teaches you how to be good persons like myself, good politicians. I'm not saying, right, I'm just saying persons who are into politics. It teaches you how to be that. Because if you could be a good father, a good mother, a good husband, good wife, you'll be a good employee, a good employer, a good politician, a good policeman, a good radio broadcaster, a good news person. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, caller.
So what I'm saying is I'm just encouraging our young people. Also, it creates employment for our people. The fear that we have about the social security, what will happen? We have more persons. I do not want to go into certain things, as you say, but I'm trying to remind you of that. But yes, there is a reason why I'm saying this. But it's for our people to see that we have to be industrious. We have to be out there and work. It is good for us to be working. It provides the body exercise. It provides mental exercise as well and take off stress. Now they're working environment stress, but at least, you could go and play some football or whatever and even become professional in that. But I'm saying right now, the call is, we need a few good men and women for our police force, for our defense force. Customs and immigration, don't think we have shortage in that. But these two areas. And therefore, I'm calling for our young men, stay in school, stay on the path. If you want to be a good sports person, there's certain things you have to stop and put down. You should know. I don't have to tell you. I don't want to call it here. I'm going to give you food to thought. You think about what you have to put down and stop doing and start doing. And, because what happened? At the end of it, your health determines your wealth. Your health determines how far you will go and what you can contribute. Remember, we're just passing through this world. All of us get older. Big you and I, you remember when we used to be youngsters pitching marbles. I don't think some of these people know about pitching marbles. But these are experiences we had to pass on to the younger generation. And what I must say before I go, my good friend, before our nation and our diaspora, the examples that we give today will determine what the youngsters do today or tomorrow. Exactly. And I would want to leave this as well. It is about time we stop calling our politicians bad. Yes, in everything you do, every profession, you have one or two persons who will go contrary to what is being done, but that doesn't means everybody is the same thing, right? It doesn't believe you go into politics to make you a bad or evil person, and some persons are portraying that. You know what that means? Then people will be calling from people from outside to come in to be politicians. What happened to your children, Biff? What happened to your grandchildren? That means they cannot lead our country? You have to think carefully. It doesn't be because every vehicle, put it this way, a vehicle is just a vehicle. So because somebody drives recklessly in a road, that means we should ban vehicles and so we should have vehicles?
Good point.
Stop people from getting license? I do not think so. Deal with those people. And that is what I'm talking about. So therefore, I just want the entire nation of St. Kitts and Nevis to understand. We have a duty to build our nation to what we want. Our forefathers would have done what they can do during their time. And it is our time to do what we do now. Those of us who are old now and in position to make changes. To set the foundation for those who are going to come after us to continue. This is our beloved nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I'm just making this plea for us to sit down and think carefully. What do we want for our life? Because you know what? When we would have passed on, life continue. Which is what contribution, good contribution that is, that would have made to our nation would have done. And those of us who believe in Jesus Christ, there's life after death, but it determines which path you're going to go. So I'm just saying.
Thank you very much,
Let us be faithful to our country and let us build our nation. I'm calling for the person in number 7 to listen to what I'm saying because we have a good job. Because I know there's certain persons, especially in Constitution 7, we could have counted on our hand how many persons will be linemen. So I'm calling for the persons to be industrious and let us build our constituency, build our federation. So God bless you, Biff. God bless.
Before you go, caller.
Constituency number 7. And God bless things. Yes, sir.
Before you go, I thought you're calling to start off with the Elimat. Do you have a favorite Elimat tune? If so, what?
Well,
and why?
My friend, I know he had a song one time that was popular. Mommy, 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 let me go.
Patsy.
And I'm going down 4th Street. I don't know much song because you hear them, but those times I was more singing them songs. Jesus want me for a sunbeam and those kind of things. Pitching marbles and so forth.
But you remember Patsy?
But I could have heard those songs. But what I'm just saying, if the populace believe that he would have done so much for St. Kitts and Nevis and caused St. Kitts and Nevis to be unique in that field, let us recognize him, their recognition that he could be given posthumously. So let us do it.
Okay, caller.
I am one who believes recognition do not have to be for politicians only. There are persons throughout our great nation of St. Kitts and Nevis who have done great things. And we should find a way to recognize them. Now that's why I'm saying we should now start to call for a Sir King Collins.
Okay, caller.
How many
We appreciate
other
that.
nations would have recognized their athletes in that way?
We have to leave it there, caller. I appreciate your call. We have to go
Yes,
on.
sir. So I just want to thank you very much again. And like I said, do not let us be afraid to say if something should be. If King Collins deserves it, for heaven's sake, let us give him. Just like if Ellie Mack deserves it, let us give it to him. And then you, Biff,
yes,
you would have done many things for our nation to be recognized worldwide. You should be giving it as well. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay, thank you very much, caller.
People. We shouldn't be afraid to do that.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless constituency number 7. And of course, praise to the Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. So thank you for listening to WinFM 98.9. And do continue to listen us and do have a wonderful day. Let us go and pay homage to our sponsor.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Building supplies, electrical supplies, furniture, appliances, carpets and tiles. It's the company where you can get it all. All at TDC, home and building depot. From lawn and garden, the TVs and stereos. All at TDC, home and building depot. Come on down, get what you're looking for. It's all at TDC, home and building depot.
People of St. Kitts and Nevis, check out the Fresh Anointing Revival Services with Prophet Evans Burning, June 7th to the 12th at the Kuno Conference Center, hosted by Divine Proofs International Center Ministries. On Sunday, 4 p.m., Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. daily. For more information, call 664-1694. So join Prophet Evans Burning for Fresh Anointing Revival Services, June 7th to the 12th at the Kuno Conference Center. Don't miss your blessing. Don't miss your fresh anointing.
My faith knew my heart is wrong.
The new Vita Malt bottle is here, and it's returnable. So don't throw it away, bring it back for cash. Return your empties to your local Carib Brewery Depot and distribution trucks in St. Kitts and Nevis. Vita Malt. Enjoy it. Return it. Let's keep St. Kitts and Nevis clean.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Special.
Running May 28th to June 10th.
IGA or Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, just $2.99. Juicy Juice, $13.99. Langus Cranberry Juice Cocktails, $11.99. Lay's Stack Chips, $8.99. Country Crock Margarine, $11.99. And Culinary Circle Pizza, just $24.99. And now,
our value deals. Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $9.99. Nabisco Chips Ahoy Cookies, $17.99. Almond Yogurt, $8.99. The Colgate Toothpaste, $6.99. Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. Essential Everyday Peanuts, $8.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on WinFM 98.9. I am Troy Biff Mills, your host, on this beautiful Tuesday, the 2nd of June, the 6th of 26. And this is not so good news. According to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force's Facebook, it is, and this was posted yesterday, last evening, it is with deep regret that the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, RSCNPF, confirms that Mr. Wang Yuan, who had been missing on Mount Laimiga Trail since Wednesday, May 27, 2026, was located deceased on Monday, June 1st, that's yesterday, 2026, by one of the search teams. Since May 27th, joint teams from the RSCNPF, the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force, the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, the Police Training School, the Forest Unit, the Red Cross, the Red Ross University Canine Unit, and the dedicated community volunteers have searched the mountain daily. We are profoundly grateful to every person who gave their time and effort to this operation. Detailed information is not yet available, and investigations into the circumstances are ongoing. The force extends its heartfelt condolences to Mr. Wang's family, friends, and associates during this painful time. We respectfully ask the public to refrain from speculation and to rely only on official sources for accurate information as this matter proceeds. And this is from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, posted some 15 hours ago. So on behalf of WinFM 98.9 management staff and board of directors, and indeed our sponsors, we say condolences to his family, the family of the late Wang Yuan, and his friends, his colleagues, and his community. And this is really an awful situation. It is not the first time something like this has happened. A hiker or someone goes hiking by him or herself, and it is not the first time, unfortunately, that situation, hiking by one's self, has resulted in this. And I was speaking to a member of our news department yesterday afternoon, and we have produced some stories here at WinFM 98.9 about this. 2016, 2019, I think. There were some deaths. Some have been found. I'm remembering there was, I think it was an American couple a few years ago. They went and the husband, he was found deceased. The wife was okay. And perhaps it is time the government have a system, and in speaking to persons, these are the suggestions that are coming out. They have some control. From what I'm understanding, there's just one route to the crater, as it were. So you must go through one particular path to get there. So the suggestions are put some means of control there. So anybody passing that point must be seen, must be logged in, and of course must have certain requisite equipment, apart from the telephone, walkie-talkie, flashlight, and colored vest, and that sort of thing. But more so, they must have a licensed tour guide with them. So perhaps this is an opportunity for employment. Yes, they are tour guides, but perhaps persons now, and revenue for the government, of course, you become a licensed tour guide. So you want to go, whether you book through an agency, the Ministry of Tourism or wherever, I don't know. Okay, Troy Biff Mills is going to be your tour guide. He'll meet you at this point, at whatever time, etc., etc. And a reminder, you walk with your water, whatever. And either you bring these things or they are available there, you rent them there, whatever the case is, and you proceed with that. But this one person, and sometimes the excitement, the adrenaline and things like that, but if it goes wrong, and One was just 33 years old, and he was actually from a cruise ship that was in port at the time. Well, he was a cruise ship visitor on St. Kitts, and it's really sad. It's really sad. But we have to put systems in place. We can't wait for another one. One is too many. So we can't afford to let this happen again. In all my years, I've been to the crater once. I've been to Dudon Pond once. And for some strange reason, I never went back. Even though the expeditions going there most times on holidays, maybe Saturday mornings. I don't know if it's waking up 2 and 3 in the morning and 4 o'clock, getting chance to go over there. And strangely enough, the first person to take us to the crater was an Englishman, David Charlton. He was a VSO, Voluntary Services Organization, I think it is. That's the English version to Peace Corps. And this was back in 1980-81. He taught us physics and chemistry at the Sandy Point High School. So he came in and we got along. Apart from a teacher, we got along as friends here in the class. And we just hit it off. And he was adventurous. He took us up there. He organized it. We went up and we went down in the sulfur and things like that. I don't think we had cameras and them sort of things and telephones back then. Because this is 1980. I can't remember if it's 80 or 81, but I left Sandy Point High in 1981. So I remember that experience. And I remember he took us to Friars Bay as well. And this is 1981 before Friars Bay opened up. Friars Bay was opened up, the peninsula was opened up when 1988, I think it is, 88, 89. So this is 81. He took us walking through all the Kasha. We went all the way over and we walked with food to cook, but we ain't walk with no water. We forget to walk with water to cook. So we try a thing and we cook with salt. We cook with the seawater. Oh boy. We walk with food, we got with relish and all kind of thing. We got with utensils, but no water. I know you got some people up and down looking for cup, but we were looking for water, but no water there. So we used seawater. You could imagine how that food tasted. So that was something else. But the storing thing, forgive me, a little reminiscing there. And we have to enjoy life, ladies and gentlemen. We have to. We have to take time to slow down and really enjoy life. Because, as you realize, persons are just popping and fading. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Island to you live on winnfm 98.9.
Good morning to you, Biff.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Greetings. Yes, greetings once more in Jesus Christ's name, the only Savior of sinners from their sins and from hell. Through the gospel only, by faith, by faith only, through the gospel only, according to the Bible only, in Jesus only. Now, and a long time I've been saying this, but I'm going to say it again, as Cartensa kind of mentioned yesterday. I believe we need to become a republic and get out the British Commonwealth as quickly as possible. And at least, I believe, in one way, it will be better for us, at least in one way. So, yes, we need to become a republic and get out the British Commonwealth as quickly as possible. Now, I remember, well, where Elimat is concerned, where his songs are concerned, I used to like to hear Viva Saint Kitts. Is the same man as I Love Saint Kitts?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I used to love to hear that. I used to love to hear The Poor Can't Take No More. And when I was a student going to school, I think I was in primary school at the time, he had a song called School Over, Dank It On Over.
Mm-hmm. That's
yes,
Little Patsy.
I used to like to hear that when I used to go to school.
So you used to listen to Calypso? You used to listen to Calypso, Greg?
Well, long time ago. Yeah, I still do. Yes,
well, I was just being a little facetious because
yes, I still do.
There's this thing that Christians are not supposed to listen Calypso or only listen to gospel or whatever it is, which I consider not a good
he
thing.
Ain't had a gospel song too. I believe
yes,
he had a gospel song too. That's to listen to now.
I'm on the right side, I'm the right place and the right time.
Right.
He had a gospel
Right.
song,
I
yes.
select to listen to it,
And
yeah.
he had another one, was it an instrumental? Jaja, a reggae. It was a reggae. Jaja is
Reggae,
already
okay.
knock and it shall be given. Open and you shall find.
Yeah, what was you say sang that?
Yes, there's a brighter way.
Okay, I didn't know. I'd love to hear that.
Yes, he sang that.
Yes, that was good. Didn't he do a Beethoven or something like that? Instrumental?
He had a few instrumentals. I don't remember Beethoven. He did an Amazing Grace. That was an instrumental. The Hallelujah Chorus.
Right, I remember that. That was good, yes.
And he also had The Lord is My Shepherd, but he called it Valerie. And these were instrumentals. I think there were 3 or 4 gospel instrumentals.
Yes. And I used to love to hear them as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. He was...
Yes.
Yes. There were songs that he did play that I used to love to hear. When I first saw them, I can't tell you because that was so many years ago. All I could tell is that I used to love to hear them, and there's still songs that I still love to hear, like number of those, including those instrumentals and that sort of stuff. Yes, it was very good. It was very good musically. And another issue. And another issue. I'm very sad to hear that the gentleman died. Very sad to hear.
Yes, it's sad. It's sad.
But at least thank God that they found his remains.
To bring closure, yes, for the family.
Yes. No, another thing quickly as well. There is something that I would like to continue reading from the IMF report on St. Kitts, the last one. It ain't long, but I find it very interesting because it seemed to me that there are things that they mentioned that none of the parties them seem to be interested in mentioning. No,
sorry, when you say none of the parties, who you mean?
Me and here, none of them talking about...
Who is them? Who is them?
Oh, I know don't say be careful when you call names, you know?
But no, it wasn't about
I'm
that.
talking about Labour,
Oh, okay.
okay.
None of the political parties. Okay.
Right, none of those. I said it's PLP. I said no. What Tim? What the honourable Tim?
PLP, People's Labour Party. PLP.
So none of them seem to be mentioning these things in the IMF report.
So neither government nor opposition, basically, you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
Right. None of the parties. Right. So, but there's another thing I would like to mention because, breaking them down accordingly.
And we appreciate that.
Another point. Yeah?
We appreciate that because some of us who may not know being educated.
Like to make. That I think is very important. And it goes like this. It's very short. Parametric reforms to the SSF, Social Security Fund, that is, should proceed without delay to prevent reserve depletion by 2040. Let me read that again. Parametric reform to the SSF, Social Security Fund, should proceed without delay to prevent reserve depletion by 2040. So this is showing that there is a haste that is recommended by them to implement parametric reform. Now, what are parametric reforms? Parametric reforms are you have a program, the core structure and core objectives, the fundamental structure and the core objectives, they still remain the same, but you're going to make certain adjustments, certain fine-tuning to the program in response maybe to demographic or economic shifts, in response to certain things. But the core structure and the core objectives still remain the same. Those are what I call parametric reforms, like for Social Security, would include such things as increasing the age and so on and so on.
Okay.
Okay. So they're saying that these things need to be done without delay. That means there's a hastiness to it, there's an emergency to it, there's an immediateness to these reforms that the IMF said that needs to be done right now to prevent reserve depletion by 2040. Now, the government keep on telling us, as you don't hear them come on email and WinFM, that everything with Social Security is fine and dandy and wonderful and there is no problem. So then why is the IMF recommending these hastily reforms, parametric reforms? If nothing is wrong with it, everything is going good and fine, as they'll be saying. So somebody fooling somebody. Somebody fooling somebody.
And I think
because if everything was nice and handy and dandy and everything, then why the IMF is recommending these changes without delay to prevent reserve depletion by 2040. So
do you believe
it's a very serious thing?
Do you believe one of the things that is, well, depletion, I'm interpreting depletion to mean something is there already, however, it is becoming less and less and less as time goes on.
That thing is the reserve.
The reserve, that's depletion. But do you think
being depleted?
Do you think the contributions are as forthcoming as they can be from persons working and not? Well, I should ask how impactful you think that is. Persons working and the contributions are not being made, whether as individual or self-employed or even governments, because not governments, entities, because we are aware that time to time the government publishes this list of companies that have not been paying Social Security on behalf of their staff. So do you think that could be part of the challenge, or how impactful do you think that is? And this is your opinion, of course. And and then the other part is the young men we have. I just say half, but I'm playing half. I'm not serious. I'm just pushing it to get the example. Half are in 1840 and half are at Springfield because of the involvement in crime. So when they're there, they're not working, they can't contribute. So how impactful do you think are these towards that?
Yeah, I'm going to give them what I believe, okay? This is what I believe. I ain't got no government stats to go to check because...
Okay. Your opinion.
They provide stats for this, but
your
this
opinion.
is my belief, my opinion. I believe one of the biggest reasons for the depletion, and mind you, when they say it's being depleting, it's depleting, that's a nice way to say it's going broke, okay? Let's be honest. It's just a nice way to say it's going broke.
A diplomatic way.
Okay?
A diplomatic way. Okay.
Right. No, I believe one of the biggest reasons is is the murder of the unborn in the womb that is going under the name of abortion. Okay. My understanding, like I said, I can't go to no government study because government can keep in the stats on these things. But what I have been hearing, it seems as though the murdering of the unborn in the womb under the name of abortion is very rampant in St. Kitts. So it's killing off a lot of the future generation. I think a lot more people would have been alive today, far more people would have been alive today to contribute to the Social Security Fund if we didn't have this rampant murdering of the unborn in the womb called abortion, based upon what I am hearing.
And then we have infanticide as well.
Right.
Children,
based upon what I am hearing.
Yeah, children being deceased, whether they're 2 months, 1 year, 3 years, 8 years, so they won't get a chance to what in name. But could you wrap up for us, please, Greg? Another call just came in.
Right. Also, I believe another reason why it's going broke, even the government saying the opposite, this is my personal belief, is the money they're taking out of it to do the projects. I don't believe they're getting the return as they want us to believe and as they're saying. Okay. I don't believe they're getting
Thank you very
the
much.
return. That's my personal belief.
Okay, thanks a lot. We appreciate it, Greg.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Let's go to this caller. Good morning, caller. Thank you for calling winnfm 98.9. Welcome.
Yes, morning again. The problem I think we have in the way our government operates is that it is not open and transparent. We don't know. So when we make pronouncements about the state of anything, we're just guessing, okay? Because the government does not give us the proper information, and secondly, the systems that are supposed to keep government accountable are not working. There is no functioning public accounts committee, neither in St. Kitts or in Nevis. And I keep saying that I don't understand how the press could allow the Premier and the Prime Minister to get away with this. This is an important entity. These are important entities, public accounts committees, that make sure that government is spending taxpayers' money properly. Without them, what we have to depend on is things like auditor's report, an auditor general's report, or director of audit report, whatever the title, official title is, that comes in a year late. That's not timely information. So we can get into a lot of trouble in between, and we're none the wiser. I would have expected every journalist who go to, whether it's round table or press conference or whatever else, interviews with the Prime Minister or whatever else, to be bombarding them, the Premier and the Prime Minister, on why is there no functioning public accounts committee, so that we can get a true state, so that because these committees can actually go to any department and ask for information and see what's happening. Because you see, although they say that they have freedom of information legislation and so on, there are clauses in there that stonewall you. When you have to give all kinds of reasons why you're asking for information, it's not just that, well, I'm a citizen, this is taxpayers' money, this is public money, and I have a right to know. They have clauses in there which can stonewall you, delay stuff, and that's not good enough. And I don't think, to me, it's deception, because when they're out of government, they clamor for these things. When they get into government, they find all kinds of ways not to do what they ask for. And that's not good enough, I think. The citizens have to hold them accountable. And not one of them, not one politician, and this includes the opposition, is going to come to me and should come to any other voter to tell them anything.
Caller, you're sounding, you've started sounding a little distorted now. I'm not certain the reason. You started clear, but now you're not so clear. So
that's interesting. But anyway, I'm finishing now.
Okay.
I'm saying that no politician should approach any voter with things like saying that, well, anybody else was corrupt and we want transparency and openness without giving adequate assurances that they're going to really do something to clamp down on these things. Okay? That's my input. They keep deceiving us. They keep telling us what we want to hear, and then when they get in, they deceive us and think they're so smart, right? And we're so stupid that we just accept things like this without question, right? So whatever and there are lots of government processes and lots of government departments and so on, wherever it is, unless we know exactly what's happening there, that's not good enough, because it's public money, it's taxpayers' money. It ain't nobody's private money or slush fund to do what they wish.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, caller. We appreciate that. Thank you for listening, and thank you for calling. And those of you who are listening, we do appreciate you making winnfm 98.9 your station of choice. You could have been listening to any other station and you chose winnfm 98.9. You could have been doing anything and you chose to listen to winnfm 98.9, and we appreciate that, and we thank you very much for it. We also thank our sponsors who are there to make sure that we are bringing this program to you. We say big up to Rams, Horsfords, TDCs, the St. Kitts and Nevis Lottery, and we really carry Brewery, Horsfords, we appreciate that and thank you. And hey, now is a good time to go downtown and big them up as well. So stick and stay, don't go away. We will be right back with Island Tea.
found the sound. 98.9 Win FM.
What are you doing?
She said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh. She said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh. Cause when we out and we active, living we life. So when we drink, we be drinking. Rude boy. So when we drink, we be drinking. Rude boy. Oh, Miss Lady, anyway you see we are we building up our vibes. So when we drink, we be drinking. Rude boy. So when we drink, we be drinking. Rude boy. Why?
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Building supplies, electrical supplies, furniture, appliances, carpets and tiles. It's the company where you can get it all. All at TDC, home and building depot. From lawn and garden, the TVs and stereos. All at TDC, home and building depot. Come on down, get what you're looking for. It's all at TDC, home and building depot.
People of St. Kitts and Nevis, check out the Fresh Anointing Revival Services with Prophet Evans Burning, June 7th to the 12th at the Kuno Conference Center, hosted by Divine Proofs International Center Ministries. On Sunday, 4 p.m., Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. daily. For more information, call 664-1694. So join Prophet Evans Burning for Fresh Anointing Revival Services, June 7th to the 12th at the Kuno Conference Center. Don't miss your blessing. Don't miss your fresh anointing.
My faith knew my heart is wrong.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. And it's always a pleasure being here to engage you, to discuss with you. As we have this caller on the line, we say, good morning, caller. Welcome to Island Tea, you're live. Or at least we had that caller. And while we wait your call, we have a drought concern here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And that is something that we have to be seriously concerned about. Up to last night, I didn't have water in Sandy Point, and we have the Met officer, Elmer Burt. He is indicating that the water is below level, and as well water scarcity, and it's been blamed on El Nino, and even at the UN level, it is said that El Nino is going to be really bad. As we say good morning to this caller, welcome to Island to you live.
Yes, good morning again, Biff. Yes, straight to it, man. I'm happy to have and to listen to somebody like Matt Mahon. I don't know the guy, I don't know the gentleman, but this guy, I don't know why he don't get in the political ring, political arena in the ring. But he has a great understanding about governance.
Mm-hmm.
And my contribution...
I think he's an economist by profession.
Yeah, him, and there's some other persons too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the government is listening to us on here, I don't know. And they are not listening to the people. It's amazing to hear certain things like when he pointed out like the leader of the opposition in the House, his duties are such. He got to be. I think he should be he is the chairman of the.
Public accounts.
Yeah, yeah,
I think he's
yeah,
the chairman.
yeah. So when you listen carefully, right? Because sometimes we just gotta listen, and when you listen, you get an understanding of how government should operate. You know, the prime minister and the Labour Party when they came in, and even over on Nevis too. I'm gonna bring the NIA into it. The CCM-led administration over there. Both governments, they say that they're gonna work on integrity, on transparency, and good governance. And so, at the end of their tenure, the people just got to make a determination. Did they do that at all? And if they didn't do it, they need to be replaced. And that's all we got to do. That's all we have with our limited choices. That's why you see me talking against that legislation that's blocking certain citizens from coming in and getting the opportunity to put their names on the ballots. Because if we need to expand the field of candidates, we cannot be just having the recyclables all the time. And the older people, they should make room for the younger ones, whether they're teaching the younger ones or not. The young people of St. Kitts and Nevis got to find a way to get involved in the political affairs of the country, because they are the ones that's mostly and greatly and mostly being affected. Man, this stuff, I'm going to say it loud and clear on here. And off of what Mac Mahon just said, and my personal observation, I've come to my conclusion, Biff. St. Kitts and Nevis is a dysfunctional society. Man, the checks and balances that's supposed to hold the governments accountable, they're not working. These guys can run into parliament every day and pass laws and pass regulations and stuff like that. But if they're not operational, it is no sense they're going into parliament, passing these laws and making these regulations. Whatever they put into motion got to become operational in little or no time after they pass the bills and pass the laws. Man, this stuff is very disappointing, bro. We are not getting the reforms. Nothing is being changed in St. Kitts and Nevis. You can imagine not taking off a dot off of an I, or adding a dot, or taking off a cross off of a T, or adding a cross onto a T. That hasn't taken place in the Constitution since 1983. If that didn't happen in all these 40 to 43 years, you think it's going to happen again? Man, we'll be on here 42, 43 more years talking about the same stuff. Man, it's too much talking. The place needs some action. And we keep referencing Taiwan and Singapore and those nations that's so advanced. Man, St. Kitts and Nevis is smaller than some of those countries. Little, small in size and population. If we can't govern our nations, Nevis 13.5 in terms of population, 13,500. Over on St. Kitts, 38,000 people. If we can't run our country efficiently and effectively now, man, as we advance and we get the population increase and stuff like that, you think we're going to be able to do it later on? Man, we are failing with the management of these two islands, as little as we are. The place is dysfunctional. The judicial system is outdated and backlogged. I'll leave it there, Biff, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for hearing me, bro.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for listening, and thank you indeed for calling. And we appreciate that, and especially when you're calling from overseas. And please continue to call. The hurricane season started the 1st of June, yesterday. And I know we normally have a national day of prayer. I haven't heard or seen anything to suggest that is coming shortly. Note my choice of words, please. I haven't seen or heard anything. It doesn't mean that anything is out there. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places. But I haven't seen or heard anything about that happening. Chances are it's imminent. It's going to be happening at some point. I haven't seen or heard anything about hurricane shelters, the list of hurricane shelters. I haven't seen anything about that. I haven't seen or heard the list of managers, district managers as well. I am not too certain. Maybe it's there, but it's just that I'm not looking in the right places. I'm not coming across it, whether on Facebook or YouTube or in general stream media. But what I can tell you is that we are making efforts to have somebody from NEMA here on the program to explain with us, walk us through how we could better prepare ourselves, what we could do in case there's an emergency, how we could help. And we go to the line and say good morning to this caller. Welcome, you're live on Island T.
Yeah, but if it's me again, I'd like to say again that I'd like to be as quick as possible.
Of course, we appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, no. You asked me a question because when I was first speaking, you asked me a question. If the government is able to get more people to pay into Social Security for their employees and so on, if they would make more. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think the answer to that is very debatable. Be it yes or no. I think it's very debatable. And the reason why I say it's debatable is this. Because the Social Security system as it is now have an aspect in it that is a job killer. And remember, if you're out of job, you ain't paying to Social Security. And therefore you won't be getting on from Social Security if you are unemployed, unless you got money some kind of other how to be still contributing. So therefore it becomes debatable. The job killing aspect in the Social Security system is this. And it's a big job killer. The employer have to match your levy, and I think it is your levy, at 3%.
Correct.
Right. No, that means for the employer, every employee he have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper in his pocket to find that 3% to match the employee levy that he has to pay. So therefore, the more employees you have, the more you're cutting into your profit. Therefore, the more you're going to discourage employers from hiring people. If the government was to somehow find a way to make sure that they have a fail-proof way of having all employers to pay for the employees, because of that job killing aspect that is in the system, I believe they would hire less. The reason why I believe that they are not contributing and that sort of stuff, I think one of the biggest reasons, and personally I believe is the biggest reason, is the levy that the employers have to match. I think if the government was supposed to get rid of that contributing part on the employer side, they have to contribute to the levy for his employees. I think if they were to get rid of that part, that aspect, I think employment would increase very significantly, and I think the employers would be more encouraged, and because of that would quicker contribute for the employees. Would be more honest in paying for the employees. Let me put it that way.
Greg, I'm not following you with something. And help me, please.
Yes.
Help me understand. You're saying that the 3% the employees pay, if that were to be removed, that will encourage employers to hire more people.
No. I'm saying is that you remember, let's go back at the beginning. I said the way the levy is concerned,
mm-hmm.
the money that the employer take out of the employees' money to pay the levy, he now have to go into his own pocket and match it.
Correct.
at 3%.
So if he
Okay.
didn't pay it, he'll hire more people. That's what
Right.
that's what I understand.
And
you're saying.
order, I think he will be more upfront in paying their stuff to the Social Security.
You're very optimistic, Greg. And
No, because remember, the contributing levy that the employers have to pay, and they said for every employee, that means the more employees they have.
Mathematically, of course, yes. You have 5
They have to
employees.
dig deep and
you have
deep in the
100
pocket.
Of course. So the benefits, that extra 3% that the employee you're suggesting the employer shouldn't pay.
Right.
How you will do that in terms of the replacement for the benefit of the employee?
I think, like I said, the money that they're taking out, the employees check for the levy, okay? That is benefit as well. That is benefit for the employee. But what I think would also happen is that employers would be encouraged to be hiring more employees and would be more upfront in paying into the Social Security, because they do not have this matching thing that they now have to dig deeper and deeper in the pocket to also match for the employees' levy.
I hear you, Greg. Somehow I'm not following you. And I indicated that you're very, very optimistic that the employers will. I don't know, maybe, because if you need 10 persons to do a job, if your expenses decrease, does that mean you'll just hire 12 people if you only need 10 people to do a job?
If your expenses decrease, you would quicker hire 10 people than if your expenses increase.
You have 10 people right now. You have a business. You have 10 people employed, and for whatever reason or reasons, your expenses decrease. So technically, you're making more money. Does that mean you just go out and hire 2 more people when, for what you do, 10 persons are needed for the job, and you have the 10 persons? Are you going to go out and hire extra people?
Well, if you need 10 people, you may not go out and hire more because the 10 people could do it. Okay. But let us say you need 15 people to do it. Okay. And that means an increase of expenses on your side. You might just stick with the 10.
Okay. All right,
but because to go hire the extra 5 now, you now have to go dig deeper and deeper in your pocket to match the social service levy.
Okay, we have to go to an ad break. We thank you for your call as usual and for listening and your contribution. And
that's why I say it is
when
debatable.
we have Social Security here live and lively in the house. It's the last Wednesday, I think it is.
By the way, quickly before you go, we need to do like Chile, privatize it, because Chile have the best Social Security system in the world right now because they have privatized Social Security system.
May I suggest, the last Wednesday of the month, we have Social Security live in the house here on Island T. So please listen out and give them a call and share your ideas with them, please. All right?
We see what happens. I've done it in the past.
Okay, well, sometimes you just can't do something when you got to keep doing it. Remember Christopher Columbus spent years writing a letter to the Queen of Spain about the world is round. And she gave him his wishes, not because she was convinced, but to get him off her back. So maybe you need to do that. Maybe that's something. We try once and twice generally, and it doesn't happen, we give up. Maybe you need to keep trying. Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, but I've mentioned this more than once on WinFM and I think on other radio stations too.
Okay, we
but
appreciate
I see what you mean.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, have a good day. And please continue listening to WinFM 98.9. Oh boy, it's 8 minutes to 10 already. And the program finishes at 10 o'clock. But we have to big up our sponsors. So stick and stay. Don't go away. We will be right back with more Island Tea on WinFM 98.9.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
What are you doing?
She said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh. She said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh. Cause when we out and we active, living we life. So when we drink, we drinking. Root boy. So when we drink, we drinking. Root boy. Oh, Miss Lady, anyway you see we are we building up our vibes. So when we drink, we drinking. Root boy. So when we drink, we drinking. Root boy. Why?
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Special.
Running May 28th to June 10th.
IGA or Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, just $2.99. Juicy Juice, $13.99. Langus Cranberry Juice Cocktails, $11.99. Lay's Stack Chips, $8.99. Country Crock Margarine, $11.99. And Culinary Circle Pizza, just $24.99. And now,
our value deals. Essential Everyday Cornflakes, $9.99. Nabisco Chips Ahoy Cookies, $17.99. Almond Yogurt, $8.99. The Colgate Toothpaste, $6.99. Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. Essential Everyday Peanuts, $8.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
We are back on Island T here on winnfm 98.9. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. It's already just about 10 o'clock. Before I go, I think this is important. I think I should read it. And it's captioned, St. Kitts and Nevis on the drought warning and amid below normal rainfall forecast. And this is according to an article on SKNIS. May 26th, Senior Meteorological Officer Elmer Burke is urging residents, businesses, and water-dependent sectors across St. Kitts and Nevis to begin implementing water conservation measures as the Federation faces the likelihood of below normal rainfall over the coming months. According to Mr. Burke, rainfall totals across St. Kitts and Nevis have already fallen below the climatological average in recent months, and the current forecasts indicate that the upcoming wet season is also expected to bring less rainfall than usual. As a result, a drought warning has been issued for the Federation. I quote, regional climate conditions, including those affecting St. Kitts and Nevis, are expected to be influenced by an El Nino phenomenon, end quote, Mr. Burke explained. He continued, I quote, this will likely result in warmer temperatures, particularly during the summer months, along with drier than normal conditions as convective activity becomes suppressed at times, end quote. Mr. Burke noted that the Federation typically receives the majority of its rainfall during the wet seasons, which coincides with the Atlantic hurricane season. That is the 1st of June to the 30th of November. That's a 6-month period, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yes, 6 months, half of the year. Any significant reduction in rainfall during this critical period could negatively impact the availability of rain-fed water resources. I quote, while there remains the possibility of major rainfall events during the wet season, the overall trend suggests that St. Kitts and Nevis is likely to experience below normal rainfall totals for this season, end quote, he stated. In light of the projected dry conditions, Mr. Burke emphasized the importance of early preparation and conservation methods. He continued, residents and businesses, along with all water-dependent sectors, are encouraged to exercise water conservation activities to minimize the expected impacts of reduced rainfall totals, end quote, he said. He continued again, taking early conservation actions will be critical in helping us weather the drier than normal period ahead, end quote. And the use of the word weather, you weather the storm, you weather the thing, no pun intended. He noted that the Meteorological Services Department will continue to monitor regional climate conditions and provide updates as necessary. And I am not certain how many of us taking this thing serious. It's affecting us as a household. Water being going 2 nights, 3 nights in Sandy Point, at least by me in Sandy Point. If we have a water scarcity, it's going to affect our farmers. They can't get water to water their plants, their products. Therefore, they're going to wither away. They're going to die. We don't have water for basic needs, drinking, cooking, bathing, or that is reduced. It is going to impact us. So we have to be concerned about this. And over the years, I know persons have been talking and suggesting about all this rainfall we get just running down to the sea. Government should find some way of redirecting it, rechanneling it, even to the farmers. And perhaps these, when we get scholarships, these are the areas the government needs to consider asking, whether the Cubans, the Taiwanese, whoever in Europe, when they're giving us scholarships, these are our most important needs, our critical needs, A, B, C, D, whatever they are. Could we get 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever scholarships in these areas? That's what I'm thinking. Of course, maybe it's not as easy as I'm making it sound. Maybe easier said than done, I don't know, but nothing is being said as well. But we need to come out and say that. Get our people involved in all these other things. I was just about to end the show, but I'm going to take this call and give this caller 35 seconds. Good day, caller. You have 35 seconds. You're the last caller on the show.
Yeah, but if it's me again, I decided to come and say here in the body. Let me say quickly, there is a principle in economics where it is said, the more government tax a thing, is the less of it you're going to get. And the less government tax something, is the more of it you're going to get. Okay? So government taxing employers for hiring people, because that is what the employers' levy contributions are. Taxing employers for hiring people
15%.
means...
Sorry,
that
50
you're gonna
50
get
seconds,
less
caller.
and less.
50 seconds, please.
Yes, right. That means is the less and less employment you're going to have. Because the more government tax something, is the less of something you have. And therefore, whatever benefit there might be would mean less and less and less as employment get more and more and more because you're taxing employment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Greg has brought down the curtains on Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. I was talking about this water situation. And of course, I appeal to us, those who are washing vehicles. We turn on the hose and we're washing, and while we're soaping up the vehicle, the water is running. Please let us continue that. We have a scarcity already, and we don't want to add to that. When we're brushing our teeth, we're brushing away, and the pipe is running. Turn off the water. We're in the shower, and the water is running while we're soaping up, and we're singing jolly self, but the water is running. Please turn it off. And if you have dripping faucets, please have your plumbers look at it. 1 drip, and if we get mathematical, 1 drip every 10 seconds, that's 6 drips every minute. How many drips per minute, and then the size of that, whether it's 1 milligram, 5 milligrams of water, I don't know, but they add up. One full basket, they add up. So have your plumbers look at your piping, please, to reduce that. And the desalination plant, I am not hearing anything about it. I have to do some research. I have to dig in. How is it operating? Is it alleviating any of the water challenges we've had, because I'm not hearing persons jumping and shouting, hey, this is a good thing. I'm not saying it is not. I'm just not getting that feedback. So I'll have to ask about it. I think it's a good thing, and perhaps we need more of them throughout the island to service the area, especially in Keon and St. Peter's, the number 8 constituency. St. Peter's and St. Mary's, that constituency number 8. Apparently they're having the most water challenges throughout the island. So we need to have maybe build a desalination plant in Connery, 1 in Keys, 1 in Keon, or maybe 2 in Keon because of the size of Keon, or maybe even 3 and 1 up St. Peter's to alleviate that program. And of course, since water going in Sandy Point 2-3 times a week, we perhaps need 1 in Sandy Point and other areas. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll have to leave it there for now. We are over time, and I thank you very much for tuning into WinFM 98.9. I thank you very much for tuning into Island Tea. Those of you who called, thank you very much for sharing your views and your opinions with us. And those who didn't, and I was checking, I don't think I got any messages today. And oh no, I'm checking my WhatsApp messages. I didn't see any messages today. So, but nonetheless, I thank you. And you could always send me your messages after, and I'll refer to them the following day. And it's really important to share information with you. Oh, there was a shop owner acquitted of murdering youth in the U.S. That's something I wanted to touch. He was allegedly accused of shoplifting. He was murdered, and the shop owner was acquitted. We just can't take the headlines and form an opinion on that without knowing the facts. So that is something we could probably touch. And anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have to leave it there. And we've been having these traffic accidents. I speak about them every time, almost every time, on all of my sports news on WinFM 98.9. I speak about it. Please be patient, or you may very well become a patient. You have to drive to arrive alive. Don't take die, D-I-E, out of drive, D-R-I-V-E. Be responsible. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and drink. If you have to drink or you're going to be drinking, get a designated driver who isn't drinking. And vigilance. Always be vigilant what's happening in and around you. Other motorists, cyclists, pedestrians, people standing on the side of the road talking. And of course, observing the speed limit. Driving adequate distance behind the vehicle in front of you. So if they stop, you'll stop without inadequate time, without an accident. Please. So join us again tomorrow, God's Spear, on Island Tea here at WinFM 98.9 from 8 to 10. Stick and stay, as we will be resuming our regular programming. And we say thank you to our sponsors for coming on board and and sponsoring Island Tea. Have a good day. Be safe and be healthy. Drink lots of water and avoid the salts and the sugar. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
More than 42 million cars from 19 different car companies are being recalled for faulty airbag inflators. Repairs are fast, easy, and free. The problem isn't with the airbag, it's with the airbag inflator. Because the inflator can rupture, shooting shrapnel through the airbag, which can cause serious injury or even death. Don't risk it, fix it.
Please contact TDC Automotive Division to find out if your Toyota vehicle is affected by the Takata airbag recall. Visit or call us at 465-2511 in St. Kitts or 469-5430 in Nevis.
Benefit
we out and we active living we life. So when we drinking. Rude boy. So when we drinking. Rude boy. Oh, Miss Lady, anyway you see we are we building up our vibes. So when we drinking. Rude boy. So when we drinking. Rude boy. Why?
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and